you go.
Okay.
And now you roll your
Yes.
damage.
What? I thought you had to sneak attack at second level as a rogue.
Nope.
Nope, first
Get
level.
that right off.
Oh, first level you get 2d6, and then it's...
Yeah.
I think second level is cunning action or something.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
correct.
second level is cunning action, and then third level it goes up again.
Yeah, you start with sneak attack.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Hey, yo, let's go!
Alright, another solid hit on the
Nice.
Mimic.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Oh, yeah.
Step.
Oh, that's a really good roll there.
Okay.
Alright.
Do I have double attack? Let me make sure.
No, you don't.
Sadly,
No.
you
No,
only
you
have
don't.
one dagger, so you can't
Yeah.
activate Nick right now because you don't have a
Okay.
second.
All right, making
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
I just realized. Sorry. I just realized since I took the sap for the spear, it has disadvantage on its attack before my next turn.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Thank you for reminding me that. Yep. Alright. Is that the end of your turn there?
Yes.
Okay.
I was really sapping the action economy from it.
Alright. Sif is next.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, my back.
That's a miss, I'm afraid.
Yeah. She does say it with a stop bugging the cute one.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's all she's got.
Alright. Then Ragok is next, and he's gonna exasperatedly sigh, I said it was gonna be dangerous!
Oh, good. We have an NPC who's going to make sure we don't die.
I just wanted more stuff.
He draws his
Teach
great
you.
axe and literally exasperatedly shouts, God, stupid idiots, and just swings. And he does get a hit in.
That's really funny.
Yeah, that didn't...
4 damage.
That's
It
min
rolled-
damage.
Yeah.
That's 1. That's minimum damage.
It rolled a 1 on his d12. It's okay, he gets the second hit. So he's gonna attempt to hit it one more time. As he's really pissed off, and at least he gets it in there. Oh, well,
Minimum
this
damage
is
twice.
the unkillable mimic of unkillableness. So the mimic is bleeding. So take that for what you will. The mimic is bleeding.
Wait,
What color is its blood?
Purple. Alright.
Purple blood.
Rocket is next.
I gotta
Okay,
see.
I can actually move him too. I'm just
Okay.
trying to find the mimic. There he is. Going over there. And
we didn't understand a word of what you said after you moved over.
he's going to do a Sonic Boom Blade. He's got Cantric,
booming.
Sonic, Cantric Sonic Boom on his sword and then smack it with the sword.
There you go. Booming blade.
Oh, booming
Yeah,
blade. That's,
just keep in mind that 8 only triggers if the mimic moves at this level.
Yeah.
Here.
So you still make a regular attack, and then the extra part of the booming blade only goes off if it moves.
Yeah, so you still need to make an attack roll.
Yeah, you do have to make an attack roll.
I know, you're going to have to roll that for me.
Yeah. Okay. So attack roll. So what's your attack roll?
It's
Quick
long sword.
weapon.
Long.
There should be a long. I put a.
I don't
longsword
see
there.
longsword.
Hang on.
I do
know
not
put
see
one
it.
There. There. All right. There. It took that time.
Okay. Two-handed. I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Two-handed longsword.
Nice
Wait, why do you have a
That
roll.
is a hit. That actually is a hit.
Blessing? Why is blessing on?
Oh, Blush definitely shouldn't be on, but anyway.
11 slashing.
That's weird. Okay. Well, like 11
But-
slashing.
Yep.
That's a good roll.
Oh, That was a great hit.
All right. Well, it is now the Mimic's turn.
Mm.
And the Mimic has already got someone stuck to it. No. The Mimic isn't smart enough to run away in this situation. It's still looking at what it assumes to be a free meal that touched it. So it's going to attempt to bite Nathalie.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Thank you for reminding me. Sap gave it disadvantage. Alright, so we'll take the lower of whatever these are.
The one.
Oh, that's how that one.
That one.
Alright, and this is Nathalie.
God. The funniest.
Good thing that Sap was there, or that would have been a hit. Alright, so that's the Mimic done.
I just picture it putting out one of its tentacles and missing, and you just hear, ew, ew, it's in my hair! It's in my hair!
Yeah. Alright, Deirdre's next.
I'm just imagining Natalie like crying as she's trying to evade it.
Hit it.
Second wizard.
I think I'm just gonna do some good old guaranteed damage.
Oh yeah?
Assume
I know that.
missile.
Nice.
That would be 11 more. The Mimic is severely bleeding.
What subclass are you going in Wizard Ocelot? I forget.
Order of Scribes.
Scribe.
Order of Scribe.
I'm gonna be a scribe wizard.
Yeah.
It's going to be real useful.
A divination wizard.
Yeah, my two.
I remember you were a divination wizard.
Yeah, they're literally my two favorite wizard subclasses. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Nathalie, it is your turn.
Okay. In my head, what I really just want to do is try to punt this thing like a fucking football.
You can't drop it.
Do I have to get it to let go of me first?
No, you can attack.
Yeah.
I imagine you just like slamming it into the ground.
I literally just let go of it, let it start to fall, and just boom like a soccer ball.
Well, it is stuck to
Unarmed
you,
strike.
so yeah, it's hanging from your like arm by its tongue.
So gross. So gross.
That's a miss,
Oof.
I'm afraid.
And I don't have any other attacks yet.
Nope.
Level 1. Level 1.
Level 1.
I love level 1.
So as I drop it, its tongue that's holding onto my arm just kind of like a yo-yo, and then just ends up right back in my hands, and I'm just like, no!
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. It mostly just got a bunch of extra slobber all over your arm.
In my fur!
That's the worst.
Alright, back to Nick.
Why does it smell like sulfur?
Yep. Just okay, go away.
Does that count as movement or no?
That's 10 damage.
No, it did not move. Yeah, it did 10
Okay.
damage. So, the Mimic dies.
Whew.
Combat ends. Its tongue lets go from Nathalie's arm as it collapses and slumps over on the ground.
I throw it. I just throw it.
Alright then.
Throw it where?
That's possibly a lunch.
I look at the orc and say, you wouldn't happen to have any hand sanitizer, would you?
He
Is
says,
that even a thing?
yeah.
In the old world or this world?
No.
There, presentation.
Luthien would walk over to Nathalie and be like, you okay?
I don't like it, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good.
I'm just
good.
gonna cast prestidigitation on your hands.
Might I suggest?
And all right. And if that's the case, Luthion's going to ray of frost the fire, the burning part of the carriage.
Yeah, before we start picking through the wreckage, might I suggest we all grab a very long stick?
I'm
Yeah.
not
Okay, first.
I'm gonna start searching in the nearby woods for sticks.
Ironhoof
There are
is like,
sticks everywhere. This is a forest. There are sticks everywhere.
Ironhoof is
You don't
just
mean
using
to
a
be-
spear to stab everything.
The ray of frost
Nathalie pushes
does not
her.
put out the fire.
Nathalie pushes her fingers together and looks down and goes, actually,
I'm stabbing everything.
I don't mean to be mean, but I do better without sticks. And then she like purses her lips, like,
What the fuck was that?
On your fur be it.
Shape water.
Can I use shape water to melt the ice and then move it over the fire? It
Yeah.
takes a process. It's multiple actions, but can I just like do that as a process to try and put it out?
Sure. Yeah.
It's not like we're in combat, so.
No.
Yeah.
That's fine. It takes you like
Yeah.
a minute to.
And I mean, the ray of frost would add more water there.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You simultaneously melt and also put out the wagon.
Okay, good. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Can Rocket investigate the cart now?
Yeah. You can roll perception for me.
I just want to investigate the cart.
Ivan, can you roll a sheet?
Sure. I was gonna
Okay.
say that like Ironhoof is like stabbing everything to make sure that nothing else is coming to life.
Seemingly nothing else is alive.
Okay. Also, I'm trying to like disable the streaming mode on this thing. How do you do that on Discord?
Oh, you just press the disable button on the top there.
Where?
Purple bar. Yeah, the purple bar.
I don't see a
It says
purple
the
button.
disable button. Oh, okay.
I will do
Stop Discord.
while you.
Just close OBS. Close OBS and it'll kick itself
I
out.
already did. Okay, yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. All right, sorry. What did you want to roll?
I already did it.
Perception.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
you got a 5. You
Boo.
find nothing of value in the wreckage.
Oh, shit.
It is
I had
all
Spice Guidance
way
on.
too damaged.
Between
Between
the
the fire,
I wasn't
the ice,
looking.
the massive fall, and presumably Nathalie ripping the wagon into shreds. There's nothing left.
my bad. Sorry.
Is there anything in the mimic corpse?
Your fault.
I mean, there's a mimic corpse. There's no notable things inside it, but the corpse is there intact.
Rabbit's
Is this,
gonna see if he can eat it.
Is this useful?
Oh!
Right,
Don't try to eat that. You don't know what that's
Don't
doing.
eat that.
Don't.
Ah.
Don't eat.
Mm.
Not food. Not
I'm
food.
gonna sign do not eat. Do not
Drops
eat.
it.
Luthion's just going to speak up. Listen, if there's nothing else here, I think we should be moving before those giant meat-eating horses show up, especially with the noise we just made.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, that's still a thing. And considering a chest nearly murdered us,
Chest getting murdered. I'm at
Horse.
it.
telling.
If somebody else
You can
thinks any of that wood can be salvaged, feel free to grab some, but otherwise we should be moving.
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
I mean, we're in a forest. Firewood's not hard to come by.
Can't say I was
Question.
thinking of the shield.
I feel like it's better we move light rather than try to carry a bunch of wood that we're in a forest. There's wood everywhere.
If I sit on the back of another creature, can I have a short rest?
No.
No, okay.
Sounds too unstable.
Sometimes again, you try to balance yourself on the creature if it's moving.
I mean, I am small enough to ride on Ironhoof.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Ironhoof's a large creature. Literally
You can
all
probably
of
run,
you can ride.
run on the back of a lot of us. It's pretty small.
Yeah. However, yeah. So Ragak's just like, take this as a lesson from someone more experienced, not to mess with dangerous things
Poke
unsafely.
Somehow, I don't think we're
open
going
it.
to be. I don't think we're going to be able to keep. Going to be able to handle that one.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And he
Considering
says,
what we're here to do.
yeah. And he says, all right, this way. And he'll lead you for 2 more hours through the forest west, very uneventfully, before eventually you can see his home peeking out over in the distance. So I'm just going to describe it now. Let me just pull up my description of this. All right.
Okay.
So, an extremely well-defended fortress lays before you. Its extensive fortifications and substantial military presence at odds with its very peaceful surroundings. The smell of cooking meat and tanning hides reaching you long before you make it to the settlement. A massive stone structure in the back of the fortification stands far above even the significant and impressive stone walls. Even more impressive are the banners made from golden thread, banners depicting orcs slaying large dragons.
Whoa.
And Ragak's going to
What's this
say,
place called?
he's going to say, welcome to Dragon Hunt Village.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to change this page because we're going to need it later. Don't worry about it for now. So as you're approaching the fortress, it's really more of a fortress than a village, but he tells you it's called Dragon Hunt Village. He'll
Yeah,
lead
is
you
somebody
towards-
making the map?
He'll lead you to the gigantic gate out front and say, "It's me, I'm back." And then you can see a couple of orcs peek out from over the walls before the gate opens, and he ushers you inside.
For some reason, I was just thinking about Monty Python, the French castle.
Yeah. And as soon as you're inside, the gates slam back down. And he says, "All right." And he turns to Morgan and to Rocket and says, "All right, I'll take those back." And he's going to take back the sword and the dagger from you.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah, and he'll say, "Look, if you're looking for equipment and other stuff, go." And he's going to point to this house right here. And he's going to say, "Go in there, tell them that Ragak sent you, and they'll see what they can do. You might have to work for it."
Okay.
Anything else you think we should know?
Yeah, he says, don't let Rin push you around too much.
Luthien smiles at that last bit. Got it.
And he says, "Well, I'm sure if you don't die, we'll see each other again at some point." And he's just gonna kind of stroll away.
Okay.
Into the place we're going?
Question.
Hey, Self. Yep.
Question. Where's the smell of the food coming from?
It kind of permeates the area. You get the feeling that there's a lot of people making food. It is now kind of early evening.
Okay. Let's go inside the shop, I guess.
So,
Question.
Mm-hmm.
She literally raises her hand to the group. Question.
yes. Go for it.
How are we going? Does anybody else have any
My
ideas on
headphones
how
just
to
like
raise
this.
money?
I mean, in a pinch, I can sing for things, but
We don't have money.
Scratch his
I mean,
Hello.
I
What do
can
you
go
need
to
money
the
for,
locksmith
man? We
and
just find whatever we want.
I can
just
go
do
to the
what?
locksmith and offer some assistance, and then see if we can get a little bit of payment for that, and then we can start just getting our own stuff from there.
So, as you enter this building that he pointed to, you see an orc woman in there, and she is massive. You probably
Massive compared to me, massive?
Like, she probably weighs 500 pounds.
That's a big lady.
that is indeed a big lady. Hello.
Hello, big lady.
I'm just gonna just turn to look at all of you, and you're again not like barely clothed, not equipped, and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Yeah, we just got
We
here.
ran into some, let's say, trouble while traveling.
And she says, and somehow I have a feeling that trouble's now gonna be my problem, right?
Yes, Warcraft sent us.
And she just like puts her head in her palm and she says, "Of course he did."
Does he do this often?
She says, "Well, he's a real piece of work, let me tell you." She says, "What did he say?"
You'd be able to set us up with something, and that we might have to do a favor or something to get it.
And she says, And she's gonna look at you, like look the group over and says, "Well, you look like maybe you're capable if you have equipment. All right, here's the deal. I do have a few things that need to be done. So we can work out some arrangement." And she's gonna point to a nearby board.
We can see you.
Yeah, so what she's going to do is point to a nearby board. You'll see 4 pieces of paper pinned to it, and so I'm just gonna pop these up. So here we go.
Can Rapid enter? Sorry, can Ironhoof enter?
This building, Ironhoof can enter. You get the feeling this building is made to be big enough for Rin the enormous, to be able to make it in and out of.
Red, for whatever reason, Looney, whatever reason, you
I've just decided this.
Okay, never mind. You have to click it to see it.
All right, so you guys should have had. That's the first of the things pinned to that board that I just popped up in front of your
That's
screen.
pretty hard without equipment, so no.
Yeah. And as you're looking them over, she says, "If you take on one of the hunts, I'll loan you the equipment you need to complete the hunt. And if you do it, I'll give it to you."
But if we're doing these things, don't you think you could throw in a little something for us, since we're technically helping you out, taking something off your hands?
I'm throwing you the equipment.
Question. Raises her hand up again. Just throwing this out there. There's no, you can say no, but if we were to do things like maybe bring herbs and stuff that we know make good medicine or make good perfume or, do good things, could maybe we get a bit of a bonus?
Well, it's oddly enough, if you look, I just popped something else on your screen. Another one of the jobs on the board, gather materials.
I'm really, really good at gathering stuff, you guys.
Negligible.
Says, look, if you manage to bring back something useful, we could make a deal when you bring it back, based on what you bring back.
Okay.
And then
wood, stone, hides, various herbs. Oh, good to know.
There's another one.
Which one? Oh, the owlbear?
So she'll leave that to you. She says, "So pick your poison with the hunts." You do see another job there, but she takes that one away and says, "Maybe you can handle that one later. I don't think you're ready for it."
Did I read what the cuss said?
Yeah, I guess you guys got a quick look at it. I'll show it to you, but then, so this last one, she takes away for now.
Alright, I'm gonna save image.
I don't know what any of this
and
is.
And it breathes fire. How nice.
Fire-breathing two-headed demon horse, or the owlbear, who's battle-hardened.
We could
I don't know. I'm just saying we got 2 people who speak horse. Like, it seems like a no-brainer to me.
I mean, we're killing it.
I think he's gonna help.
I think it's like a negotiable thing.
Okay. I'm just saying. If you look at the contract, it just says make it not a threat. We don't have to kill him. Murder doesn't have to be the first choice, guys.
A deadly mutated two-headed horse.
Or the owlbear.
I know. Would
Ironhoof
know anything about a mutated horse?
Lenny, just to confirm, it's owlbear, horse, and gather materials. Those are the 3.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. And that because Rin, you see the one that says "Find the Missing Children," but Rin takes that one away.
I'm writing it down. Hold on. Or
Luthien would ask about that though.
She says, quite frankly, I don't trust you enough to handle that task yet.
Hmm.
It's really important, and I don't know
Looney?
anything about you. Yes.
Would Ironhoof know anything about I heard them mention something about a mutated horse. Would I know anything about that?
Nope.
Since I am from the Equinus Plains, right?
Yeah, you have, and it's actually Aquinas, like equine and heinous.
Aquinas,
together.
sorry.
But no, you have no idea about this two-headed horse.
Who has the thing that mentions about the horse?
So there's the horse.
You mean
The four missing children? Is that the one that she doesn't trust us with yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have horse, owlbear, or gather materials.
Well, is it an or? Is it an or is it an and?
I think we can do and with the gather materials.
We can take the gather materials.
Yeah, but we definitely don't want to try and take on the owlbear and the horse at the same time.
So it's horse or owlbear, and that'll be. And while we're doing that, we'll gather some stuff.
Let's see.
Both are dangerous as hell, but which one do you think we can handle?
Considering a box nearly killed us.
The box did not kill us. We just really had a hard time hitting it.
Yeah, an inanimate object.
Okay, it's not an animated object. It was very animated. It was very animated.
Okay, fine. An animated inanimate object.
I raise
That's
hand
not how
and
that
I do
works.
this.
Don't you think you know how mimics work?
Aren't mimics like a proper creature?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like spin doesn't count as an inanimate object.
Okay, anyway. Demon horse or bear? That is also an owl.
I mean, if it matters, or it doesn't matter, really, when you think about it, I could still talk to both.
Just for clarification, I'm still standing like
Actually,
forward
you would
looking
know
at it.
that owlbears are not beasts and that you can't speak to them.
Damn it!
They're monstrosities.
They're monstrosities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just for clarification, I'm not like moving my body to talk to you guys. I'm just moving my head.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense.
Perfect.
Yeah, it does.
Big
No,
fucking
no.
owls.
To be honest,
I
when
don't
you were
know- I
talking
don't know how
about wanting
this-
a short rest, I just wanted to take a rope and wrap it around your shoulders and turn you into a backpack.
Understandable. I don't know how the orcs are responding to my head just moving around.
Luthien would just point out that given the discomfort Ironhoof has with the two-headed horse, I think the owlbear's probably the easier one to deal with, especially
Let's
since
go kill the owlbear then.
diplomacy isn't an option.
Yeah, I will just point out just because your characters would also know whether or not that changes your mind, this horse eats the other horses.
This what?
Pretty sure I put it in.
Sorry.
Pretty sure it was in the.
It is a threat to the other
We
horse.
cannot hunt any horses like that. Wait, planes killing anything and everything that it sees. That's what it says.
Yeah, and it literally says it's a danger not only for the village but for the local horse.
Oh, okay, then that'll change.
We should just take all three then, right?
In that case, then Ironhoof would want to do the whole monstrous horse thing.
Yeah, okay, then Luthien would lean towards that.
I don't see.
I think considering how our horse friend charged right in there to save Nathalie, I think that she would say in character. I think that deserves recognition.
I'm gonna turn back to Rin. Are both of these in the same direction?
And she says no. She says the Aquinas Plains are east of here, which is where the two-headed horse has been seen roaming, and the forest for fertility is north of here.
Okay.
Is there anything? Luthien would just ask. Assuming we deal with this, is there anything else in the area we could get for you?
She says, "Well, if you get rid of the owlbear, that's all we need because we can't access the grove of the grove inside because the grove of death and rebirth because the owlbear's hunting there, and we have dead waiting to be revived."
Let's just take all three then, I guess.
And she says, "And the horses guarding our sacred site."
Okay, so we just need to take all three, is what you're saying.
She said
Well-
we'd happily have you take all three if you think you can handle it.
I think we can.
I mean, we
Don't you guys?
definitely, I think, are going to maybe want to not try to do the horse and the owlbear on the same day. Just
I mean,
saying.
I don't think we
Rin
can do it on the
says,
same
I'll
day.
loan you the equipment for the first hunt, and if you succeed, that'll be a reward. Then we can talk about a reward for the other hunt if you decide to take it on after you come back from the first one.
Okay. So how about this? We start with the horse, see how that goes. Do some gathering while we're at it. To make Natalie happy.
Yay! I like being happy.
And also, maybe a little bit of a bonus. Hey,
Yeah.
right? Right, Rain? A little bit of a bonus.
And she says, we'll see.
Paul, you still there, by the way?
Yes, I am still here.
Alright, so it's at this point that she's going to start pulling out a large variety of equipment.
I'm
So
just
here-
gonna guess you don't have any diamonds hanging around, do you?
She says, no.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She says, our tribe doesn't need diamonds. We have the grove.
What does the Grove do? That diamond. Oh, right. No,
Hello?
sorry. Above table, never mind. Above
Oh.
table.
Hold on. What was it Grove called again? Grove of what?
Death and rebirth.
It's what they use to bring people back.
Let me
That sounds
take a-
shiny. That's definitely a thing we maybe want to be aware of. Just out of curiosity.
Bring the dead back to life? Impossible.
No, it's quite possible.
Also, hey, lizard guy. Zaraka?
Zaraka hot breath.
Zaraka. Okay. Zaraka. Okay. I mean, this isn't really your thing. You don't have to tag along, but we'd be glad to have you.
Might as well. I was meaning to leave that forest despite it being my territory. But you have shown me that there is a bigger world out there with strange creatures such as yourselves, hot breath.
You know, I can just live with this. I could live
And
with
the
that.
Grove's in the Forest of Fertility, right?
Yes, correct. So, alright, so in terms of the equipment, basically Rin's offering everyone a weapon and a piece of armor if you are able to use armor.
And how about just some basic clothes and some boots?
Yeah, and of
Traipsing
course,
through the woods,
clothing
bare
if you
feet,
don't have-
bad idea.
I'll take a light. Actually, yeah, I'll take a light crossbow.
I have my
so let's start
spear.
I mean, I'll
do
take a
I
dagger.
have a glaive?
That's north of.
I'm just gonna do this one character at a time. So light crossbow for Nyx, and I'm no weapon, no armor because you're a wizard.
Yep. But I need a light crossbow because I'm level 1.
Yep. All right, and then let's see. Okay, so let me just minimize that so I need that. Okay. What about Russet? Does Russet need any weapons?
Not a weapon, but am I allowed to have a shield?
If you don't want a
clerics
weapon,
have
you
shield
can have
proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Russet
do.
does. Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
Gucci.
If you want to take a shield instead of a weapon, you definitely can have a shield. Along with
That is my preference.
All right then.
The forest was north of Dragonhead,
Thank
right?
you much.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And did you want any armor or just the shield?
Absolutely, I'd like armor. I haven't seen what your medium armor list is like. It's different from the one I'm accustomed to. I'd half plate, breastplate, half plate preferably.
Yeah, you can have half plate.
And then
Can you weenie tank?
what was in the Equinus Plains? Their ritual site.
Yeah, that's their ritual site, along with which is around where the horse has been seen. So half plate for Russet. All right, and then Zaraka, did you want a weapon?
What weapon do they offer?
We see a great axe.
This weapon looks interesting. I like it.
I guess, by the way, sorry, you can absolutely have it.
Do you have a picture of it?
It's just a basic great axe.
Alright.
Nothing special. By the way, in response to that question that was asked in the Roll20 chat, yes, if you fail the quest, Rin does tell you that you have to return the stuff.
I feel like failure is almost guaranteed to be death.
They might have to send. Sorry.
I feel like failure is almost guaranteed to be death. No, kind of hard to give back your stuff if it's on my corpse.
Yeah, they might have to go send someone to go get it.
Yeah. Does Rocket need a weapon?
Yes, he would also like a buckler if he could.
Well, you get a weapon or a shield and a piece of armor. So you can't have a shield and a weapon. You'll have to pick one or the other.
I guess I'll go for the weapon. Can I have a piece of armor?
Yeah. What kind of armor do you want?
Can we get a medium? I don't know if I can get plate.
Okay. You want half plate. Sure.
Wait, half plate?
Yeah.
You are aware that's going to give you disadvantage on stealth throws, right?
No, that's full plate gives you disadvantage in stealth rolls.
No half plate. No half plate as well.
Yep, it's true.
Half plate as well.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get a breastplate that won't have disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, then give me that one. The breastplate.
Okay. Okay, so that's Rocket. Did Ironhoof want any weapons?
Well, let's see. I have I have spear and javelins. Do they have a glaive?
They do have glaives.
I'll take a glaive.
Alright.
Doesn't Ironhoof already have his equipment with him?
And then we did.
That doesn't mean I can't take another weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Does Deidre, however you pronounce it, want a weapon?
Yes, I'll take a dagger.
Alright. A dagger. Alright, and then let's see who else was on the list. Oh, I already know that Morgan wants a dagger because.
Does she get a dagger and like a rapier or something, or?
Sadly, just one weapon. You'll have to
Okay.
get another one yourself somehow.
Wait,
To be fair, to go from one dagger to two daggers is a lot easier.
And then, let's see. I'm gonna assume you want armor.
Is that everybody?
Nope. Almost.
Nope.
Alright. Next is, Nathalie. Do you want a weapon or armor?
Well, I definitely don't want armor. However, if she's got some spears, I'd be very interested.
Yeah, you can have a few spears.
I'll take 5.
Yeah, she's willing to give you 5.
And if she's got an herbalism kit hanging around, I'll get my hands on that too.
She has no toolkits for you for now. You'll have to earn those from another job. Right now, it's just basic equipment.
Can I try one more thing with the puppy dog eyes?
Maybe. If you roll
I
persuasion.
want a notebook. I would like a notebook and some paper.
Roll me persuasion, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Big cow eye, puppy dog eyes.
I mean, she's got the eyes. How can you deny the eyes?
Yeah, Sif.
Persuasion. Oh boy, -1.
Yeah, you don't have a charisma character anymore. No,
oh, come on!
You're turned down, I'm afraid.
It's a dirty one.
The rolls today.
Alright.
So actually, Luthien would like to intervene. That being said, if we were to do a good job, I don't suppose you could throw that in a little bit extra for a job well done?
She says, we'll see.
She sort of bats her eyes at her.
Uh-huh. You've already gotten one persuasion group roll from the group, so you can negotiate later when you've done your jobs, but you're certainly not getting anything right now.
Is there a place for us to rest for tonight?
She says, yeah, you can stay here. It's just dirty piles of hay, but hey, we got extra, so... She says, I'm assuming...
Believe it or not, I've actually slept through worse.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm assuming you don't have any goods to trade for
I am used
room
to
and board.
sleeping outside.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I can draw characters if somebody would give me a notebook.
Entertainment, singing. I can sing.
She says, unless you can sing in Orcish, no thanks.
Shit.
Hey,
don't know any Orcish songs.
Alright, so for Sif, did you want any weapons or armor?
She will take a dagger and just like the basicest of basicest clothes.
Alright, yep.
Like, she'll ask, do you have anything in black? But...
They don't.
Yeah. I figure it's just like a rough spun linen shirt and trousers or something.
It's more like basic leather loincloth and like top, basically.
Okay. I guess they don't want to give us the nice stuff in case they have to go get our bodies.
Well, you notice that's basically what Rin's wearing, and Ragak wasn't wearing anything better. And in fact, none of the orcs you've seen seem to be wearing anything better than that. A few of them have armor, but like in terms of clothes, that's it.
Okay. Not a big fashion hub. I got it.
Yeah. Equipment for Grandpa.
I don't need nothing.
All right.
He's not even in the building
with
anymore.
a stick.
Oh, he's not. Where'd he go?
And lastly,
he's wandering around looking for stuff on the ground.
Yeah, equipment for Luthien.
I would like a quarterstaff because I do have proficiency in that, and a quarterstaff has utility outside of combat.
Possibly.
Hey, it's basically a stick, right?
Yeah, it is a long stick.
A stick could be useful.
All right. Okay then. Now that the group has been geared up a little bit, Rin will show you one room over and say you can bunk down in here, and she'll just like throw in a bunch of hay and say, I expect good work on the jobs, and if you die, we might bring you back if we can.
Well, that's surprisingly positive. I wasn't expecting so much of you.
Well, assuming someone gets rid of the owlbear anyway.
Yeah,
I'm guessing that's on us too. Okay. Let's go. Talk to a horse.
Yes.
Alright, so you guys said you wanted to take a long rest, so you were absolutely able to. It is starting to get to be evening.
Right, because we were told that there's like roving bands of people eating horses.
No, so there is the horses eat meat and that they're aggressive, but more than anything, Ragak told you that it's very dangerous at night in the surrounding areas.
Alright, before we go to bed, between the caravan and this thing, what was the rough distance? This orc fortress?
It
Did you say?
was, yeah. So it was a to the caravan. Sorry, in here. So it was 2 hours from Dragon Hunt to the caravan, and it took you. Hang on, I gotta look up.
I mean, I'll just put 2 hours and we can refine measurements later.
Yeah, that's fine.
And was it in a quote unquote straight line?
It was actually. You were headed in straight west.
Okay. Oh, straight west. Thank you. Okay. I'm
Yeah. So
move shit around.
from the crash site, so to speak, where you hit the thing, it was an hour west to that.
Okay.
Caravan,
That's fine. I just.
To Dragon Hunt.
Yep. Okay. We can refine distances later. I'm tracking stuff today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, all right, then I'm going to say, if you guys are good with that, then you'll take your rest and wake up in whatever time you guys decide to get up in the morning. That's up to you.
Potential RPs this week. Potential RPs this week. If people are interested.
Okay.
So what time?
By the way, if they're not using the hay anymore when they get up, I'm gonna eat the hay.
Okay.
Not the freshest of hay.
Sunrise, working out.
All right.
Doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, meditations.
That makes sense. So yeah, Rin does not in any way offer you guys any food, so you'll need to feed yourselves for the evening if you are eating.
Yeah. So I don't think we have anything to trade for food, do we?
No.
I don't. No. I'm not really comfortable with skipping a meal, guys. That's not.
Especially getting ready for a fight.
On the floor, but I gotta eat.
What I can say is that. So
well, gee, it's not like above table. It's not like we have somebody with Goodberry.
So here's what I'll say. If nothing else, that you guys can see Zaraka carrying around, presumably, what's the equivalent of enough food for the entire group for one meal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
If he's willing to share.
And we can augment that with Goodberries if we had a druid with that spell. That's something that we do, though.
Yeah. So if Zaraka is willing to share the equivalent of rations with everyone. Of mysterious.
Is Korth there?
Yeah, I'm here.
The hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll share.
Just
don't worry, we'll pay you back.
Have to actually remind them of that.
Hey, Grandpa, you got any food?
I think you're covered for this meal with Zaraka's rations.
Okay.
I was gonna say that my sheet was listed with rations too, so
yeah, Zaraka and
I'm guessing it's a lot of dried stuff and
raw meat.
It's raw meat.
Raw meat.
Looney,
can we at least start a fire?
Judging by the area, do I recognize any of the plant life that I'm seeing around me?
No, actually, not at all. Every plant is weird. I mean, outside of the trees, the trees are normal, but like you've never seen any of the other plants. They are a mystery to you until you get the chance to try to maybe examine them. But
okay, I originally wanted to go look for spices to spice the meat, but now I'm just taking clippings and samples of everything.
Well, let's go ahead and roll me nature.
Okay.
You're a weird person.
Does anything look like it's smokable?
Of course he wants to.
I mean, who can know?
I mean, you could smoke some hay. I don't know if it'd be any good.
There's only one way to find out if something's smokable, I guess. Is to try to smoke it.
Okay, well, we'll wait until we actually get out into the woods. We're not in the city anymore.
Yeah, alright, so...
Can I find the blacksmith?
This is the blacksmith. Rin is the blacksmith.
That was the blacksmith, dude.
Which means, look, Rocket, let's save the negotiations for more stuff and gear for after we survive this quest mission.
You think I was trying to do? I'm trying to find a way to make sure the hollow equipment is nice and sharp, you know? You don't want to go into the battle with a blunt sword.
Tell you what, Rocket. Between Sif and I, we're pretty good at dealing with people. Just let us know if there's anything you'd like, and we'll take over it from there.
Look, I mean, we could find a river and a rock and try to.
I figure I can probably offer services to you. I'll get us a little bit of cash so that we can buy a little bit more.
I can't understand a word of what you're saying, my person.
I figure if I can offer my services to, like, the blacksmith to make or fix stuff, then we can get some extra money.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Just let us deal with the haggling. We want to make sure you get the most value for your skills.
Well, lead the way.
Yeah, wait, is this like happening now or?
Yeah, at the blacksmith.
Right, but I'm just saying, aren't we taking a long rest right now?
We're taking a long rest.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will say, Nathalie, as you're running around and trying to grab plants, you grab 5 unknown herbs or flowers, plants that you've never seen before. You have no idea what they do.
I ask them. I ask them as I clip them, what is your name and what do you do?
Well, the plants don't name themselves, so they don't have names. And the concept of what they do confuses them.
They grow.
Yeah, they grow. They live.
I go to write that down. I realize I don't have a notebook, and now I'm super fucking sad. But I gather them anyway. And then I go up to the performer, and with shoulders shrugged low and a low-hanging head, she just says, "Do you have, like, lipstick? Or a marker? Or something I can write on these little things this with? I don't have anything." No? Okay. And then she just kind of like she just folds the fabric and just keeps it nice and safe in her pouch.
Lithian would pat you on the head. We'll get you your paper. We'll get you
How
your
do you
paper.
pat me on the head? I'm like 7 feet tall.
I tap you. Wait, you're 7 foot tall. I tap you on like your side.
Okay.
All right.
Or I tap you on your wrist. I'm pretty sure I can reach your wrist. I tap you on your wrist.
Yeah, you can reach my wrist.
Alright, well then I'm gonna say you guys get your long rest in. So anyone who used any spells or anything, you get your spell slots back. I don't think anyone else gets any features. One
What
of you
is
may
the
or may not
background? I'm sorry, I'm hearing a little background noise.
Probably red. Probably red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so one of you may or may not get portents. Pretty sure. If I know how that works. Actually, no,
I
you
thought
get
portent's
that
level 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get the level 2 so you don't get portent. Yeah.
Dang.
So Drew gets his spell slot back.
Yeah, I think we had 2 people use magic missile, so that would be
Yeah, we did.
2 people get their stuff back, and I think
I used all my spells.
I used a cantrip,
Yeah.
which means today
so
Sif is
not
looking
being
a little pensive. Like she might have, I don't know, a lot going on inside.
Yeah. So you guys wake up, and dawn rolls around, and maybe you guys are doing stuff. I think Nathalie's working out, apparently. So you tell me what time you guys leave. How early in the morning do you set out?
Luthien would push that we leave as soon as possible while we have daylight and not have to worry about nighttime.
Oh yeah, crack of dawn.
You are
Daylight's
going
burning,
to
guys.
the distance you're going to have to travel. If you're going for either way, you're going to be out there for at least one night.
Right, but we don't wanna be, we wanna get out there. We don't wanna wait till like 5 p.m. at night and being like, alright, now it's time to go adventure.
And you say this, and Sif is like, 5 p.m. is a great time for an adventure, and tries to go back to bed.
Luthien just smiles. Sif, we could just leave you here, and then there won't be any glory left for you to partake in.
Damn it! Fine! I'm always
girl.
after glory.
No, that's what I appreciate about you.
We do want to get our names out there. And... Okay, let's go. Toss me some more of that mystery jerky.
I have hands are.
So does this count as our first adventure, or do we consider the box with a tongue the first adventure?
I don't think we want to talk about the box with a tongue.
Okay, then I'm celebrating. This is our first adventure. Here we go on our first adventure.
Depending how this one goes, we may or may not count it too.
Alright, well then, I'm gonna say you guys head out. So as you start heading back east towards the Aquinas Plains, where you know their ritual site is and where this horse has been prowling, as you continue to head east, you backtrack the way you came through the small stretch of forest, past the destroyed caravan.
On the topic of backtracking, since on that thing, on the notice that we did pass by a caravan, on the notes they were looking for wood. Is there any wood in that caravan that is salvageable? Like, obviously there's going to be splinters and stuff, like there's stuff that's just not worth taking.
Yeah, well, everything that was basically frozen and or burning is garbage. The stretch in the middle was ripped in half. You can attempt to roll me a perception check to try to find any pieces that are salvageable.
Well, I guess we could whittle up some toothpicks.
Now, to clarify, one of you can roll me perception, not the whole group.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got one perception, so.
I mean,
not
Luthien's just gonna ask if somebody has an eye for this stuff, they can maybe look at the caravan. Which is me passing the torch on to whoever wants it in the party.
I will go. I have hunting skills.
Alright then. Roll perception, my dude. But I'm sure you could use a little help there. And Luthien eyes towards the cleric.
I mean, he already rolled it, and it's a good roll, so...
He got a 19, so I think it's...
Alright, well, you rolled it. You didn't wait for the cleric, so that's the roll he gets.
Yep. So, you get, yeah. So, you manage to find 6 planks of wood that are usable. They haven't been ripped to pieces. They're actually fully intact. They're not partially burned. They weren't frozen.
Okay, so we get to lug a few... Who wants to lug a few 2x4s around?
How much does each weigh?
Ironhoof raised his hand.
Oh, okay. Alright,
They are 10 pounds each.
Can Ironhoof carry 60 pounds?
So,
I have
actually,
a 17 in strength.
now that we're talking about it, I have a question. Does halfling half-plate weigh the same as regular half-plate?
No, it weighs half as much.
Oh, thank goodness, because I was walking around encumbered with just my arm.
Yeah, you can cut the weight of that in half.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So I have equal in build. I don't know if that counts as anything about my.
Well, it's your thing multiplied by 5, right? I guess, would putting 60 pounds on you make you quote unquote encumbered?
No.
Okay, well then there we go. We could have the centaur who kindly put themselves forward carry the planks of wood. So if Ida, you want to add that to your sheet?
Oh, you already did it.
Okay,
Thank you.
alright.
Wood plants.
Did I say plants? I meant planks.
That's actually something Ironhoof would say. We'll call it.
Okay, there. Alright. Anyway, so you pass
Precious tree
by
meat.
the caravan to spend like 10 minutes there, rifling around in the wood, finding a few pieces that are actually usable, giving them to Ironhoof to carry however they carry a bunch of extra big-ass planks of wood.
He could carry it on his back, or he could carry it in his arms.
I recommend back.
Okay,
if we have
he'll carry it on
rope,
his horseback.
we can try to lash it together and.
I'm sure on the way we could find some twine,
I can confidently say that Zaraka does have rope.
I have rope too, for some
there we
reason.
go.
Okay. Yeah, then we
There
can
we
help
go.
rig up just a carrying.
Alright, so you pass by the crash site where you guys first landed and met the Zaraka and Ironhoof. And then you head further east.
Yeah, go up ahead and can I keep an eye out for anything that looks like a recognizable herb or anything?
Yeah, for sure. None of the plants outside of the trees seem recognizable at all. They're all strangely colored, strangely sized, weird leaf shapes, unrecognizable berries.
Does it even look similar to things from the...
Not at all. Completely, not at all similar.
I'll say this: whatever berry, plant, or grass we pass by, Ironhoof is going to grab some and eat it.
Taking samples. Samples, all the samples.
Sure, you get samples of everything. Alright, so as you head further east, you guys come across a gigantic field of flowers. So, specifically, I'm just... So, a field of flowers...
Yes!
Hang on, let me describe it first. So, a field of flowers that stand as tall as the average human, each flower a kaleidoscope of colors and of a different shape, unique and precious. In the center of this field is the empty remains of a simple wooden cabin, made using a single tree from the nearby forest of fertility. It's covered in vines, moss, flowers, and small stones. It's clearly been abandoned for a long time and has numerous holes spread throughout the structure. The smell of flowers and honey caress each of you, as well as a continuous gentle breeze. The sound of buzzing vibrates from the flowers, as some twitch occasionally.
This is something new to all of us, huh?
Yep.
I want a perception. I want to see if the shack is just a giant beehive now.
You can roll perception if you want. Yeah, I don't know why your character sheet doesn't even have blessed guidance.
I don't know why it does that. I don't know where it is.
Broken. We're gonna have to fix it. For some reason, it's just automatically applying guidance and bless to everything, even without there being a checkbox or anything to do it. So his sheet is broken in a uniquely weird way that I'm gonna have to fix.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So as Rocket's looking around to try and figure out what's going on, a large creature flies out of the buzzing creature flies out of the flowers. It is a large bee the size of a house cat with pale gray skin, and stripes of pink accenting them. A long trunk the length of their body hangs from their head and is used to suck pollen from the giant flowers. Each bee has 4 pairs of legs, which they use to grasp onto these flowers as they suck the pollen out with their trunks. Each bee also has 4 pairs of glittery, near-translucent wings, which beat constantly, as quick as a hummingbird, presumably to lift their sizable bodies as they flutter around the flowers. So you've encountered elephant bees.
Elephant
bees? Oh my god, are they still fuzzy?
What kind of flowers are they?
I described them earlier. They are flowers as tall as the average human, with each one a different kaleidoscope of colors with a different shape. Each flower...
Alright, we're gonna have to examine those more closely.
Is there a purple flower?
None of them are a single color. They're all many colors.
Yeah,
we're grabbing a few.
I'd like to talk to the bees.
Hello, bees.
Nathalie just very, very kindly, just softly kind of like walks up to them and trying to not step on the flowers and stuff and say, "Hello, are you friendly? You're very cute and your flowers are very pretty."
And it turns to you and is like, Buzz Buzz. And like looking at you and they're like flying around you trying to figure out if you're a flower. If you're around the same height as the flowers. And like one of them
I hold out my hands.
Yeah, so its tiny little trunk kind of dances along your palm and you can feel like sniffing and smelling and determining that you are in fact not a flower. And then
I'm gonna call you Trumpet.
It lands on your hand. It's very heavy.
I'm gonna sniff the flowers. Like really deep inhale these flowers.
I'm gonna eat one of the flowers.
You are very cute. Do you mind that we're here? Is it okay that we're here? I really like you.
They don't mind. They're fine with you being there.
Guys, these guys are great.
Alright. Yeah, so if you're examining for old man examining the flowers, roll me nature.
Sure.
Alrighty. That.
Well, wait, to examine or just gather?
I'm examining them.
He said he's examining them, so you're pretty sure these flowers are harmless as you see Ironhoof eating them.
I'm sorry, something else just went off my ear. What'd you say?
Oh, you're pretty sure they're harmless as you see Ironhoof literally eating some of them.
Hi.
As for the smell changes the longer you take whiffs of them. So first
Joel,
it kind of smells
if you're not going to be talking, can you mute yourself? We can still hear the background.
Yeah, and then
yeah, I think this is quite enough. Sorry.
and then after that it smells like mint, and then so whatever the smell keeps changing.
Hey, Northland, these flowers are changing smells. Come see.
Come in. I made a new friend. You guys gotta meet him.
Yeah, Ironhoof can attest that they taste like grass.
Gives a thumbs up.
However, as Ravik or Ironhoof, as you're eating these flowers, you feel like you've been here before, slightly, even though you haven't, as far as you know. But it feels like you've been here before.
What is wrong, Ironhoof?
Yeah.
Scratches his head.
The really worn down cabin comes across as very familiar.
I'm gonna walk to the cabin.
Alright.
Zaraka falls nearby. Curious.
Rocket's also following.
Wait.
So
I'm filling my hair with flowers.
Yeah, I was gonna say my character's doing the same thing as Nathalie is.
Yeah, so Ironhoof, as you reach the cabin, you see that the door is huge. Big enough for you to actually fit through it.
Knock on the door.
Falls over.
Take a peek inside.
Yeah, inside there's a single really damaged wooden desk. Looks like if you were to knock on it, it would also collapse, as well as a bed that, if you could call it a bed at this point. What's left is pretty worn down. And sitting on top of the desk is a small box.
I will approach the box and there's an opening to it?
Yeah, it's got a simple lid. It's not locked or anything.
Okay, I gently lift the lid open.
There's a letter inside.
What is wrong?
Points to the letter.
That walks out. Zaraka walks over to the letter.
What?
Rocket inspects the letter as well.
What do you see? Flesh paws.
Well, Winnie, what's on the letter?
I just popped it up on everyone's screens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find it. Oh, dear Tellis, if you're reading this, then you decided to return to see us.
It's more along the lines of the quality of your audio, Joel's not the greatest. I think everyone could just read it on their own.
Or if someone's gonna read it, not you, Joel, because your audio quality is really horrible.
Can I read it? Like,
someone read it for the stream?
I can't. I can read it for you, Joel, if you want. It will just be Joel reading it. Okay, dear Temelis, if you're reading this, then you decided to return and see us. We have received word of a deathly ailing family member and have been left with little choice. We have decided to move on and return to our home to the expanse of mirages. We hope that you may find your way to our homeland during your journey and that we may meet again. We would love to show you the beautiful forests and rivers that we grew up knowing. Do not fret and enjoy your journey. Safe travels, Sarah.
Yeah, so as this letter is read out loud, all of a sudden, Ironhoof, you realize that this
Joel, your background noise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta keep yourself muted, Joel, unless you're talking. So, Ironhoof, as you realize you've absolutely been here before, and you don't know why you forgot, and there definitely weren't flowers here before. This field of flowers wasn't here, it was just a cabin. And you know who Gisera was, and that they had named you Temelis when you met them, and you have no idea why you forgot all of this.
Pointing the letter.
Do you know where Gisera is? Temelis. Now start to call you Ironhoof.
Let's now go back to Nephilim and give it to Charlie Translate.
What?
Let's get Ravik back to Nephilim to get Nephilim to translate.
In other words, come talk to me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'll just snatch the letter to off of Rocket and just run to gallop, I should say, to Nathalie.
Yeah, so you guys are sitting there weaving flowers into your hair and whatever, and then all of a sudden the centaur comes bursting out of the tall flowers.
So here's the thing. What are you actually saying?
Okay, he's saying, friend, here, gone. Name,
Friend?
my name.
My name. Okay. You don't need to use broken English. You can use sentences.
Yeah, that's true.
I understand you.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Okay, so he's basically saying, like, my friend was here. He used to live here, but they're gone. And this is my name. Or what they called me. I remembered this place, but just now, but I forgot it.
Okay. Nathalie looks over at everyone and says, he forgot this was his best friend's house. Used to come over here and hang all the time. Gave him a name. This is their name.
Now still calls me Ironhoof. So I was the one that gave him that name.
New bestie. Got it.
In a sense, perhaps.
Yeah, and that obviously that they'd forgotten this place and that person existed completely.
He'll continue to neigh again, and then he said, "How could I forget my best friend? How did this happen?"
Because you have a new one.
Maybe because you've been eating weird grass. I mean, when he smokes weird grass, he forgets shit all the time.
Oh, and also it would be also the fact that there was no field of crazy flowers or elephant bees or any of that stuff before.
Yeah, okay, so he'll neigh that and to tell you that.
He'll neigh that.
He does. Always eating the strange stuff with strange side effects.
Nathalie's like, and apparently none of these flowers and shit was here, which makes sense because if he was here all the time, he probably ate them.
You're not wrong. And he'll neigh, I couldn't read what it said. I can't read.
Either that one was tricky. Either they said, I couldn't read what it said, or I like to read before bed.
I'm gonna guess it was the first one.
Fine, I like this.
Okay, this is going to be the best running gag.
and now the centaur is sad.
Aw.
Nathalie puts a flower crown on your head. Yeah.
Do you want pets? Do you want to be brushed? I know horses like brushing, but...
Neighs to Nathalie, what is brushing?
Oh, you poor little thing. Okay.
Also, he'll take out the flower crown and start eating it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
like, you know, she'll reach up and, like, pat the bicep, like, we'll teach you a few things.
Yeah.
Nods while having a mouthful of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
How about we start with grammar structure?
Yeah, you can handle that one. So, are we done here? Are we continuing on?
Do I get to keep it?
The bee wants to keep the bee.
You try to keep the bee?
I asked the bee if it wants to be kept.
No.
See, Looney, you're better than me. I gave them a dragon.
Yeah, see, I would never make that mistake.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Totally.
Yep, definitely never made any mistakes. Let's move on.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
we should
didn't
keep
make any
going.
mistakes. I said that mistake.
Okay. I'll put it on a nice
back
big
on the
flower.
road.
And I'll say goodbye and tell it it's great.
It'll like trumpet from its trunk like a goodbye.
Mhm.
Oh, you made a friend, Nathalie.
It's reasonable to assume that we'll be coming right back through here, so... Probably see him on the way back.
Yay!
Above table. Maybe when we come back, we should try to track it down to see if we can't find the hive for Alphabet Bee Honey.
God damn
I mean,
it.
we could ask the bees next time on the way back.
Yeah. I'm just saying, above table, that's totally on the card now, is the fact that this has been thrown at us. We could technically track it down for honey, if we really wanted to.
Alright.
Above
All
table,
right.
though.
You travel for another 4 hours further east. At this point, you've been traveling for 8 hours
8 hours?
before you reach the big, like the wide open Aquarius Plains as a whole, and you can see a little distance away now that you have a better look at it, you can see where you're heading for. So you can see the what they call the Hill of the Hunted, their sacred hill.
That's in the Equinus Plain, right?
Yep, the Aquinas Plain. Yep. So you see it off in the distance. It's a massive hill. Large banners flap in the breeze. Numerous candles burn all the way up the hill towards an altar at the top. So the whole area kind of gives off an orange glow despite being in the middle of the day. Atop the center of the hill is a golden altar upon which 3 large glittering red scales, and I mean large, shimmer. Looking, it's almost if they were in the light emitting flames. These are very large scales.
Points to the scale and then it points at Zeraka because it looks like his thing, but different color.
Well, also different size and a different shape, but they are
I
scales.
thought I was the only one with scales here. But not
They're
of
the
what size.
Well,
So these scales, are they like beyond our comprehension size, or?
There is diameter wise, they're about as big as a basketball.
Okay.
Can I try and guess what this?
So I'm guessing these are probably not from the cosmic doom dragon.
I mean, if you want to try to roll a nature check to determine what these belong to, you can.
Should Rocket try the nature check as well?
One of you can.
One? Who's, well, I mean,
hey,
Grandpa's
Grandpa.
best at nature.
Who has proficiency in nature?
Druid.
He's busy looking at stuff. What?
Hey, Grandpa. In any chance in your vast wanderings through whatever do you know what those are?
What are, man?
These scales. Are they dragon scales? Are they a different kind of scale? Are they fish scale?
Oh, they look really big. Surprising.
You want to maybe take a closer look and think about it a little?
How big did you say they were, Looney?
Diameter wise, basketball sized.
Okay, so it's not something that's too heavy to lift.
No, they're heavy, but you can lift them.
Alright. Go ahead and examine it, I guess, then.
Roll nature.
Much better.
Alright. These are the scales of an adult red dragon.
We need to pocket those.
Hold on. What was the name of the town we just left?
Dragon Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And this is their altar,
And this is
right?
their sacred place, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Are these dragon scales perhaps, I don't know, sacred? Anyone? Do they look like they've been placed with intentionality?
Yeah.
I was initially thinking about bringing them back in for salvage, but I think we should probably leave these ones behind.
Yeah, no, we do not want to piss off the orcs.
Or their god.
Or the dragon god.
Let's just put stuff back
Oh,
where
these are
we
really
found it.
shiny, man.
Don't touch it.
Is there a dragon around here?
Other ones.
I would assume so. It's called Dragon Hunt Village.
Not anymore.
I think there was a dragon around here.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we should definitely.
hand it to Natalie and be like, hey, man, this would make a cool necklace or something.
Normally, I am so there. I'm already thinking about designs. But I think that they're right, that this is an offering, and I don't disrespect offerings.
Alright.
Disrespecting
Another
offering
thing it
is the
could be
easiest
is
way
it
to
could
piss
be
off a god. It's the easiest way to piss off a god. You don't want to piss off a god.
Mm-mm.
or it could be related to some kind of magical spell that's trying to keep something at bay.
Or, maybe they're just like the scales and we shouldn't fuck with them.
Hooray for not fucking with them!
Do we see any, I don't know, hoof tracks about?
Oh, many, many hoof tracks.
We're looking for hoof tracks that are twice as large as the others.
Yeah, we're looking for the really big ones. Then
Yeah, you do see a single trail of ridiculously big ones.
Now, how are we playing this? Are we gonna sneak up and do a murder, Phantom style, or are we gonna...
I think...
Come on, half the party speak horse. Let's talk to the horse.
Do you think we can try to, talk with the horses and see if they can help us with the hunt?
If you guys want to talk to the horse, I'm gonna sneak around behind you guys.
Didn't the sign say that the horse is smart and will try to ambush us?
No, the owl bear is smart and will try to ambush us.
Okay.
I think.
I have it right
Want to double check?
No, it's the horse.
Yeah, I think you
Horse is-
should two-headed
is
horse.
somehow able to breathe flames. It is more
Has
intelligent than
been-
other horses, and may attempt to ambush you.
Okay.
So
So we
and
can
it's
do a
able to breathe
sneak and then keep our heads about us?
and also this thing can breathe fire too. So
yes, we need to be on alert and moving quietly.
Can I fly up and see if I can spot it at all?
Sure. So you take your
I was just thinking of asking that.
You don't see the two-headed horse, but you do see about a half an hour's walk east of you, on kind of a small hill. You see a half-eaten, half-burned horse corpse.
Damn.
Damn.
Sorry, how far did we find that?
That's a half-hour walk east of where you are.
is it someone
If it's
I
half
know?
burnt, does that mean it's smoked?
Well, it's pretty.
Can we try to eat it?
No, you don't.
Try.
No.
You can certainly try.
Let's save the eating of the dead for later.
Do I can I recognize this horse? Do I know this horse that got killed? Okay.
Nope, must be from another herd. There are many herds of horses, not just the
Oh,
one
okay.
that you grew up in.
Let's try and not help horses. 'Cause they're-
First of all, now Nathalie is thinking, don't you eat the dead every time you eat? And second of all, the horse hooves of the normal horses, which direction are they going?
Literally, genuinely, there are hoof prints going in every direction. You know, you've been told there are multiple herds of horses. This whole area is filled with them.
I was told that they're man-eating, so let's not mess with them. Let's go focus on the target.
Let's see if we can keep following the trail.
I just let me look at a document I've got here. I've got one for you guys that's relevant. So I put this
Okay.
information aside. Nathalie, you're the only one who sees it coming. The horse bursts out of a burrow hidden in the ground nearby. When you guys are examining.
Okay,
I'm sorry, did you say a burrow?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So, okay, so a horse came out of a burrow
The two-headed horse specifically.
Can I see that? I haven't come back down
no.
yet.
I guess
it
you
depends
are
on your
still
passive
surprised by it, but you don't
perceptions.
see it coming. Yeah, I used the passive. Only
Only I see it, and I see a horse basically coming out of a trench.
yeah, basically. So I'm just going to.
Okay.
So
Where did I?
How far away is this trench?
Not very far.
I don't think it matters.
So here's
This is it. He's gonna burn Kansas. Let's go.
We're gonna roll for initiative. Everyone but Nathalie is surprised, so you do not act on the first turn.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
Important to know. I am 30 feet in the air.
Yep, I'll remember that.
Ooh, that's a good initiative. Do you want me to roll for rocket? Oh, dang, you got it. 20.
So actually, what we're going to Joel, are you still there, or are you heading off? Because I think he's heading off.
I said, look, I'm not starting. I'm not doing my my dismantling until 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so that we're gonna actually pause or slightly. I might do the quick round of Nathalie and then and the horse because everyone else is surprised, and then we're gonna call it for dinner. So I think
Okay.
what we're gonna do here in the second half, Joel, we're gonna have you step out of this fight.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah. Narratively, what we could do is just the surprise, like
knock me down.
surprise. Yeah, exactly, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we just gotta get
I
everyone.
get buried in hay.
We need your roll.
I did.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, I still gotta do the horse's roll. So just give me a second.
Damn.
Let me just see if I got all the rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. So, Bloodthirster goes before Nathalie.
Bloodthirster.
Bloodthirster.
That's freaking metal, not gonna lie.
Yep. All right, let me see here. It's going to start off by because he's closest. It's going to go for Zaraka first.
No, that's my bestie.
Okay, he's gonna go for you now.
No, I mean he's going for Zaraka first.
I know, but I just say it'd be funny if you're like, okay, he's going for you now.
Yep.
Slightly meta, but I think at some point we're going to figure out to maybe not surround the big guy.
Alright.
Oh, that was close.
Alright. It misses with its first bite. And now for its second one, because it has 2 heads.
Ooh.
Misses! Alright, now Nathalie.
Okay. I am going to take one of my spears. I am going to charge at it, and I'm going to try to use leverage so that I take the spear and I put the end of it on the ground and I prop it with my foot so that I've created a something for it to just run into it, so that I can let the spear and his momentum do the work.
Alright.
And then, how tall is this thing? Is compared to me? How big is this thing?
About twice as high as you are tall.
Twice as high as me. So I'm going to use my both hands on it for versatility. And I'm going to say, that was a bad idea. Bad horse.
Nice.
Bad horse, bad horse, bad horse, bad horse.
Bad.
Yes, referencing
Bad horse.
Nice.
Referencing
that's
Dr.
max
Horrible in this year of
I
our
think that's
Lord.
max damage.
It is max
It is.
damage.
Yeah, that spear is going right in his shoulder, right in the front.
All right then. So I think I don't know. Do we want to try to get around in? We might be able to get around in before we go for dinner.
We got 15 minutes. We
Yeah,
can,
all right.
like...
We'll pick up.
Yeah, I think we might be able to get around in.
Oregon.
Jamie, it's your turn.
I think.
Yes.
You gonna stab him?
I'm not gonna get. That's a big ass horse.
I mean, you can stab him or you can chuck a rock.
I could. I can also use minor illusion to try and distract him, so y'all can do some shit to him.
I mean, that's possible.
What can I do with minor illusion? I know. Think besides the roar prank. I'm trying to think. Can I make a dragon to distract him?
No.
No, it's too
It would be a
big.
very small dragon.
Yeah, it'd be a small dragon. So yeah, I can't do it. Maybe a lion.
Again,
I
small
have-
lion.
Or if it's a small illusion, what about a bee that's like charging right for its eyes? Force it to blink.
Because it'll be it has a disadvantage because it'll be like buzzing around the motherfucker.
Maybe.
Make it my elephant bee buddy.
It'll have to be a small bee, though. It can't be the size of a...
I can try, see if I can try to give it a disadvantage so y'all can manage to get him.
Go for it. Do it.
Minor illusion.
Do it.
Gonna use, oh, what the fuck? God damn it.
No, it's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, you clicked minor illusion. And so what are you making, a bee, you said?
Like a bee to try like just buzz around it, try to like make it go, God damn, go away kind of thing. Just distracting it, like just making it have a disadvantage.
Alright, well, I'm going to roll its intelligence to see if it falls for this or not.
Son of a bitch, it better have a low fucking intelligence.
Considering you're burrowed underground and can, like, do ambushes.
It better. Oh, you. Oh. Oh.
Wait, why is your... Oh, hang on, let me fix your character sheet spell save.
8 to 9!
Oh, right, because yours is you are not a natural spellcasting class, that's right.
Yeah, but he rolled a 9, so...
Yeah, I still have to fit this in there. But yes, charisma is your spellcasting. Okay, so your spell save DC is actually 11, so it does still fail it.
Fuck you, horsey.
I think there's a bee there for whatever that means.
Like,
I think there's a bee there. Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I? No, because I don't have extra attack, so I can't legit throw a rock.
Yeah, you already cast a spell, so you can't attack.
That's your action.
Yeah,
You can
so
move.
I'm gonna move a little bit right here.
Oh, let me put that.
Okay, there we go. That's my turn. Ooh, what's this?
Okay.
Russet.
Then after that, Russet.
All right. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself.
Oh. All right.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
respect
gonna mark it
Sanctuary.
over
It's a
here.
great spell.
Yeah.
Can I make
All
it
right.
that
That
far?
was your bonus action. Do you want to do anything
Oh.
with your action?
No, I don't think I do.
Really?
Wait, that
I
was
think
your
that's gonna be
bonus. You can cast a cantrip.
But all of my cantrips are not helpful in combat.
Oh.
Except for perhaps light. You want me to light them up?
Yes. Yes. You
All right.
create a light on him.
For
Piss
the
him
vote
off.
of the crowd. For the vote of the crowd. All right, I'll come up and I'll put a light on him. He dodged
Hey!
the dex.
It's a dexterity save throw. Okay.
I'm just saying, if one of your cantrips is like, oh, it doesn't really do much in combat, you can still do it to give somebody a morale boost.
The only
Be like,
problem
I'm
is,
trying, guys!
if this works, it costs me my sanctuary. Because I touch him.
Why?
As soon as I affect something enemy.
Oh.
Wait,
I don't think it's gonna work, but it's funny.
Wait.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, if you make an attack, cast a spell that's affected or deals damage, yeah, that if you cast light on it would end sanctuary.
Okay, never mind then.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So for this turn, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for someone to get stepped on, because I figure someone's gonna get stepped on.
All right, Nyx, who's in the air.
Who?
Nyx.
Nyx. Emo.
Little owl, wizard,
Alan.
flies around. Yeah.
Night blinker.
No,
That's gonna
Don't
be a
call me
thing,
that.
unfortunately.
someone else was over here. We'll see if it passes this.
Let's find out.
God damn it.
It did pass it.
That's my turn.
Okay. You still in the air?
Bloodthirster.
Okay. Alright. So let me just get what I need for this. So coming here, yeah, this'll do. So, Ravik and Zaraka, you are getting hit by this.
You might have missed, but that animation was dope. That was cool. When did they start putting that in?
Are we hitting by a flamethrower?
Nope.
Ice. Oh.
Oh, it's a 2-element head. I was right about that. That explains the cards.
Ah, Dex, I suck at that.
Okay.
Oh, I got a big
Who's making a dex? Is it just Iron
Just
Hoof?
Zaraka and Ironhoof are the only two.
Zaraka, you gotta roll at Dex.
That's you, Paul.
No, I'm finding it.
Dexterity saving throw.
It's on the...
There you go.
There you go.
It had to be saving
wait,
throw.
that's dexterity.
I don't think it's any different though, so that's
No, I don't know unless it's
But
proficiency.
he just made it, so.
Yeah. You each take 4 cold damage.
That was cold. I hate the cold.
And then it comes down. Now it's time for the other breath.
Oh.
He can do
Oh,
it
fun.
at the same time.
Yes, he can. And this one's a cone.
Oh, goddamn. Who's he hitting?
Okay, who's it hitting?
Let's see if it does this right. Oh, it does. Excellent. Yeah. Nathalie and Sif are the ones getting caught in this.
Oh, fun!
So dexterity saving throw from the two of you.
I'm so glad I gave myself lots of dex.
Good thing you're like you got fire resistant, right?
Do tieflings?
That's a very
Tieflings get
unfortunate
fire
roll.
resistance.
Do I have natural fire resistance?
If you have it, it's on your sheet.
Is that the third natural one I've rolled?
Yes, it is.
Yes, you do have fire resistance. Yes, you have fire resistance. You have 2 hit points.
Okay.
Nathalie, you are downed.
Oh shit!
No!
All right,
shit!
that is Bloodthirster's turn.
Zip!
Okay, well, I can't do any healing, but I can say fuck you.
Oh, and by the way, not the I guess technically Old Man would understand this because he's a druid. So the and also so would Ironhoof. The horse neighs that you seem delicious.
Who seems delicious?
The group. Though it is looking.
Oh, it's saying we're going to be good food for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Wait.
Isn't that every creature in a 50-foot cube?
No, because it's a cube. It's a. It is not a cube centered on me. It is a cube starting at me.
Originating from
Cube starting at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Thunderwave. It's against well if you're surrounded, but if your allies are surrounding you.
Oh, okay.
Then
I never got the whole 15 cube thing by myself.
Yeah, so that would be hang on. No, it's a cube like coming from you.
Yeah, in the description it said originating from you.
Yeah, the cube is centered on you.
No, actually, it doesn't actually say centered on you because they do say centered. That is actually true.
It just says self 15-foot cube.
There's a reason I took Thunderwave.
It does say self 15-foot cube in the range though. You cast it on yourself and then it's a 15-foot cube around you. Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well then I would know that.
No, wait, what?
I
thought
And it was moved.
No, that's Thunderclap.
Yeah.
But I would have known that, and I would have moved somewhere maybe over here.
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, time to roll a dex save.
Leaps from you.
No, con save.
I can get one person up. I can't get half the squad up.
God damn.
And he passes.
It's still half damage.
It's still half damage.
It's a 50.
So
Is it in front of you?
No, it's centered on you. You cast it on yourself, and then it's a 15-foot cube around you.
No, it's a cube in front of you. I know that.
Yeah, it just says originating from you.
Either way, we solved it. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you're sitting next to them, you still get flung.
Yeah. So it does make the save. So you'll need to roll 2d8 thunder so we can cut that in half.
But it's already rolled.
Wait.
Did it roll it? Oh, I missed it. You're right. It did roll the damage. Never mind. I got it.
Huh?
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Do I have any bonuses? Bonus actions?
That's a good question.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Nah. If you were a bard, you could bonus action BI, but you're not a bard. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a bard. I'm not going to be a bard. Stop saying I should be a bard.
Not even a one dip for the sake of one dip?
You play the bard if you want to be a bard so much.
Excuse me. Gunther, you don't want to see Gunther, okay?
No, come on, guys, come on.
So, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, no. She moves, she thunder waves, and then prays.
Alright, we'll do Ironhoof's turn, and then we're going to go for dinner after Ironhoof's turn, and then we'll pick up after the dinner break with Deidre.
Yep.
Okay. So, bonus action. I'm going to go to Ray and say, yay, and nays. We're not food. Leave my new buddies alone. And I charge, and I'm going to attack them with my glaive. Oh, I'll go over here. By the way, is the glaive does it have to be this close to hit him with the glaive?
The glaive, I believe, is a reach weapon, so you can have a 5-foot gap between you.
So here.
There can be an empty hex between you.
So here.
That's too far. It would be like if you were here. You could hit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the problem with the hexes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of advantages to hexes, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 15-foot cube in front of the caster. Okay.
Glaive. 15.
That is a hit.
Woo!
Did you rage? Because I don't
Yes.
think you rage. Okay. So
Yeah, it's there for the 2 damage. Rage.
Yeah, I meant, but that's your bonus action gone to do that.
Yeah, I bonus action raged, and then I attacked as my action, and I did my movement.
All right. So then we'll
And
pause
now-
here,
Yeah.
and we'll pick back up with. How do you pronounce that? Because there's a bunch of ways to pronounce that name. Deirdre.
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 Yeah. So we'll come back at 7 with Deirdre's turn.